Hi guys, this is Lisa from Lisa's Crafty Creations, and I'm just going to show you some of the bits and pieces I was playing with yesterday. I didn't actually video while I was doing it because my camera's memory was full and I haven't had a chance to download all the videos yet. So I've done that now and I'm able to record, so I thought I'd just show you what I've been up to. I've got my coffee here in my Meow Meow cup. I've got my orange and tonic water here. And I'm ready to go. This I'm quite proud of. It's my first ever homemade diamond painting pen. It's a little bit misshapen in places, but I'll give it a flat end, so I thought I could try and straighten, but I don't think it's thin enough. It needs a sand and it needs a coating over the top to give it a bit of a shine, and it just needs a sand to smooth some of the surface off so it's nice and smooth, although it's not too bad already. It's just a little bit bumpy in places, so it needs a sand to just soften it a bit. I do like the feel of it, I must admit I do like the feel of it, and I'm quite impressed with the colours. I thought next time I think I'll use, now I've got some more clay in some nice brighter colours, I think I'll try it again with some brighter colours, and I do have an idea in mind to see how that would work. So that's my diamond painting pen. I also made this little girl and I did it all with polymaclay in the mould. So first of all I put the black hair in, and then the little red, I added the white face, the white arms, then I put the red on for the dress and the red bow, then I added, and the little red slippers, then I put a white frill on it, give her white legs, and left it at that. Now it's a little bit rough around the edges, but I'm quite pleased with it considering it was all layered. It needs a little bit of a sand, it needs some glaze on the top of it. I'm going to try and get rid of some of this excess red round here. Should just sand off and show the white up. And then she needs a face painting on. But other than that, I'm quite pleased with her. I might see if I've got any red micro powder and just give it a little bit of a sparkle in places. But no, I'm quite pleased with that. I give her a smooth back, so she was all one colour at the back, and yeah, quite pleased with that. So that's number 2. Then I did this puppy dog, and it's got a damaged paw, but I'm going to glue that on to make sure it stays. I think I took it out the oven a little bit too soon, and it wasn't quite cooked, so the paw keeps dropping off. But I think a little bit of super glue will get that stuck on there, no bother at all. If it stays on there, if it stays on place, there we go. So that's it. And then there was already a little bit of micro powder in the mould, so it's caused a little bit of patchiness in the dog, and I think that's fine, because dogs, you know, a lot of dogs aren't just pure black, they have got little bits, so it needs a little bit of sanding in places to get rid of some of that excess clay. But all in all, it's a nice little piece if its paw stays on. I did some feathers just to see how that mould would go. The white and the black one turned out not too bad, but the blue was a little bit more difficult to put into the mould. It wouldn't actually stay in there. So it's not turned out, especially around here, it's not turned out too good. But with Dremel, I'm sure I'll be able to fix it a little bit and see how that goes. But they're my feathers. I then played around with just simple moulds and colours. So to start with, I did quite a number of just plain colours, and these can be either put together to make a large pendant like that, or they can be used separately to make pendants, earrings, whatever. So they came in lots of different shapes and sizes. We've got domes, we had hearts, we've got squares, teardrops, little squares, domes, There's a teardrop. And then the orange. Oops, the chair's just square. And we had some tiny domes and some medium-sized domes. I've lost one of the tiny domes, but that's not to be. There it is. There we go. Little tiny ones, then medium-sized ones. And then I thought I'd play around with colour. Now, bearing in mind I didn't have a lot of colours to play with in the set that I've got, these ones are a mixture of 3, and I put them through the pasta maker a number of times and then put them into the mould, and they came up with this marbleized effect. I quite like it. They would make nice earrings for somebody who likes the big earrings, or we could make it into a pendant by sanding the backs down and just making it so that it fits there nicer, or we could just leave it as 2 separate pendants that could be made into magnets, whatever you want. I then played with some brown and pink, and I made some large domes, some medium-sized domes, you see them, and some small domes. And I'm quite pleased with the way they turned out as well. I especially like this one with the proper marbled effect, and the small ones there have come out really nice. I then did some blue, and I really like this blue. The colours, the light blue and the dark blue together look great. The marbling has come out really nice, and again I did a few different sizes in the domes, with the idea of making either a pendant and earring set, because we've got a pendant earring set there, pendant earring set there, or you could just make them all into earrings, whatever you want. So that's those. I then did some green, and I started with some green ovals there, and again that's something I was quite pleased with the yellow and the green. Put them through the pasta maker to give them to get them to sort of mix. Then we had some different size ovals, and then again some tiny ones, more yellow than, and a different shade of green, this one. And then the domes. There's another set of domes. And then the squares. I really quite like these squares. So that's what I played with yesterday. I'm going to embellish some of them, put a couple of butterflies on, see whether I've got some flowers, and then resin over the top of them. Just to make sure that they've got a nice shine on them and that they're sealed. So we'll see how they turn out. So you might see me doing some playing with that. I might video it, even if I do a time lapse or something like that. So that's what I've got there. Just put them in the box of to-dos. I'll leave my little doggy out because he wants mending. I don't want to lose his paw. And my husband's going to bring me some wet and dry, so hopefully I can start sanding them as soon as possible, and then we can get them polished up, resined up when my resin comes, and then sorted out. So that should be good. So that's what I've done so far. If you like that video and you like the stuff I showed you, please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please don't forget to comment, because if you don't comment, your subscription won't count. If you've already subscribed, hi guys, welcome back, pleased to have you. I know some of you quite well now, so thank you very much for continuing to watch the channel. Your support is really appreciated. And on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Please remember to pass on a smile if you get the opportunity to, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.